back to my channel. So today I'm going to do my beauty bank for the month of July, and I am obviously filming in a strange place. It's just the room has rearranged itself again. But anyway, we're going to go through all of my empties this month, any eyeshadow pans that I've hit this month, any new makeup that I've bought, and of course I'm going to go through any movies, TV shows, and also music that I've listened to this month. So let's start with all the new makeup that I bought this month. I think you would have seen most of it, so I did go through these items in a video last week. These are all the items that I picked up from Gloss Gods recently. So I do have the Color of Rain palette, which is absolutely stunning, and I can't wait to go back into it. It's obviously very fun. Then I have the Peach Pot palette. This is from their newer collection, and this is obviously the peach one. I also picked up two of their liquid blush. I did try one of them in the videos, this one called Love Bug, but I also have this one. They're actually both very sort of neutral leaning, and I think I could wear both of them throughout the whole year. And I got a liquid blush. I got a liquid bronzer from them as well. I also picked up the Maybelline Superstay Tinted Foundation. Sadly, this one is in a darker tone than I am used to. This is the shade 21, and I probably need something a little bit lighter. So unfortunately, this shade is just a little too dark. I don't have too much of a tan on my face. So I'm hoping I can still use it. I have in my Shop My Stash this month, so I'm still using it, but I can't use as much as I would like to. But I actually really like the consistency of this, so I would definitely pick up a lighter shade that I could use throughout the year because I think it's beautiful. Next up, I have this one from NYX. You shouldn't have seen this in a video because I did just pick this up. This is their Fat Oil Slick Click. I have a little bit on today. It's really, really nice. I actually really like the formula. This is in the shade Link in My Bio. And then lastly, I don't know if these are kind of considered primers. I mean, they are SPF, so I'm probably not, but I'm going to be putting them with my primers. I wanted to try these. So these are from Garnier. They're the Vitamin C SPF that kind of went a little bit crazy a month and a half ago. I got the Glow one, and I also have the Invisible one. So me and my mom are going to be testing these out over the next few weeks. Okay, so that is all of the new makeup that I have purchased this month. Let's get on to my empties. I don't have too many. So I only have one skincare item that I finished this month, which is from Feel Free. This is the Anti-Aging Serum, Hyaluronic Acid, Pomegranate Oil, argan oil, and oat extract. I love this. I just love it so much, and I think I'm definitely going to pick it back up. And then you would have seen this in my Project Pan video earlier this month, but I did finish the Tarte Maracuja Tinted Hydrator Foundation, and also the Catrice 10-in-1 Sensational Dream Primer. I really like these, and I really liked grouping them together as well. So these two are official makeup empties. Okay, next up we're going to go through all of the eyeshadow pans that I have hit this month. So the first one is in my What's Up Beauty Dragon's Eye palette. This shade is in my Pan Those Eyeshadows. It's slightly a spoiler for my Pan Those Eyeshadows, but I have hit pan in the shade Fly here. So that one I hit earlier this month, actually, quite a while ago. So next up, I did hit pan in another shade of my Pan That palette. This is the Stone Vibes from Urban Decay, and I hit pan in the third eye shade earlier this month. This is not a spoiler because I've already released that video, so that was fun to have another pan in my Pan That palette. Then I hit another shade from my Pan Those Eyeshadows. Again, this is a spoiler. I'm so sorry, I'm spoiling my own videos. But this is Gloss Gods Vintage Glam Palette. You can't get this anymore, but I have finally hit pan in this shade. She's Timeless. It's been in the project, I think maybe 3 months or so, but I finally hit pan in it, so I'm very, very excited. And then I hit two pans in my Project Level Up palette, the Equalizer Volume 2 from Sample Beauty. Again, this is not a spoiler because I did update you on this, but I hit pan in Dream, and I also hit pan in O'Clock. So I've actually got now 5 pans in this palette, which is really fun because it's like looks used and abused, and I do like this palette, so I'm very pleased by that. All right, next up, I didn't take too many shots of makeup looks that I did this month. I was sick for a good week and a half. on and off, so I really didn't take that many videos or photographs of my makeup, but I will obviously put up on the screen any that I did that I thought was kind of cute. But other than that, I don't really have any fave makeup looks, unfortunately, this month. Also, sadly, I don't feel like I have any favorite items this month. Nothing really has stood out to me. I do have items that I have recently tried and I have enjoyed, but I don't know if I can say that they're my favorite. So I want to give them a few more like extra weeks, and maybe by the end of August, I will speak about them if I still really, really like them. I have quite a few newer items that I'm using in my Shop My Stash, and I'm just trying to figure out if I kind of like them or not. So I'm thinking more along those ones. Potentially, I might come back and say, I love this item, or I might come back and say, I hate this item. So actually, I don't have anything that I hate at the moment either, because I know I included that in my video last month. So I think that's a win-win. I mean, everything's kind of like, I'm feeling around, I'm trying to figure it out. So yeah, I don't know one way or the other, to be fair. Okay, and then my makeup stats, I'm only going to include 2 in this video just because if you haven't noticed already, we do have a full house. It's a little bit busy and I can't go through all of my stats at the moment. So I will talk about my total eyeshadow pans now in my collection. I have 93 that I have hit pan on, which is exciting. That is exciting. My pan percentage is 8.53%. So for anyone who is interested in that and wants to do the math, you can do the math now, but that is my percentage. It has jumped up from last month, and I think it will jump up again just simply because I did do my recent eyeshadow palette declutter and I got rid of some other eyeshadows. So yeah, I think it'll probably be a little bit better actually by the end of August. I haven't removed them from my spreadsheet yet. All right, I will include my movies and my music in this video. So let's just go through what I watched this month first. Actually, it was quite a lot more than what I watched in June. In June, I only watched 2 movies, but this month I have obviously been watching Love Island. I know I spoke about that when I first started, but I've been continuing watching that. Obviously, it's a little bit boring, and by the time this video is posted, it will be over. We are wanting to hopefully watch Love Island USA when we can get access to it, because it's hard to use Peacock outside of the US. The VPN just doesn't seem to ever want to work. So I don't know, we'll figure it out. But we have a lot of, me and my mom love trashy reality shows. So we're going to be watching quite a lot of that in August, which I can obviously talk to you about at the end of next month. But anyway, so let's get into the movies specifically that I have been watching. So I watched Trigger Warning. This one is with, what's her name? Oh my gosh, I've forgotten her name. Jessica Alba. This was terrible. I gave this a 1 star. I thought it was really, really bad. Then I watched A Family Affair. This is with Nicole Kidman and I've forgotten the other people. Zac Efron, Zoe King. I can see how this movie is bad, but I gave it a 2 star. I kind of enjoyed it. I thought it was in the same realm as the other one that I watched that was last, The Idea of You. I thought it was similar to The Idea of You. It's kind of a similar concept where there's an age gap difference between the main characters. And actually, I think Zoe King kind of saved the movie, because I think she was she was quite likable in the movie in some ways, but then she was also very annoying and immature in some ways. So, but I kind of liked the dynamic a little bit. So I got through it, but I gave it a 2 stars. So it wasn't even the best. Okay, so then we watched Furiosa, the Mad Max sort of prequel to the one that was released in 2015 about Furiosa, the character. I actually really liked this movie and I gave it a 5 star. I thought the CGI was kind of crap, but I think most movies CGI looks pretty crap these days anyway. But I actually really liked it because I really liked rooting for the girl to obviously make it through. Like I feel like, I don't know, I just wanted her to get through all of the struggles, and I really actually kind of enjoyed it. And then immediately after that, I wanted to watch Mad Max Fury Road because I couldn't really remember. It came out in 2015. I think we watched it in 2016, and I mean, that's been such a long time. So I wanted to watch it right after because I couldn't really remember her. Like, I remember Charlize Theron, but I never thought her character was anything special to deserve to have a movie. But now that I knew who Furiosa was and her backstory, I wanted to watch that movie again. I gave it a 3.5. I thought I liked this movie. I went and I don't know, I kind of changed my rating. So I gave it a 3.5 after rewatching it. I just didn't think, I thought the CGI was better and maybe the action scenes were maybe filmed a little bit better. But as a story, I actually hated the fact that it had all those brides in it. I completely forgot about that. And I just hated that. I hated it. It wasn't, I felt like Furiosa felt to me more like a feminist movie, and then the Fury Road didn't, even though I feel like it was trying to do that. I don't know if anyone else agrees with that. And then I hadn't watched the original Mad Max movies, so we were like, let's go and watch the original ones. And I think they're all on HBO. We were trying to watch them on HBO. So we watched the original one, obviously with Mel Gibson. Gave it a 2-star. I mean, it was kind of, the first one kind of starts off and you're not quite there yet, but you kind of obviously learn about the Mad Max character. And then we watched Mad Max 2, which is more into the like apocalypse and whatnot. And I kind of zoned out. I think maybe they're just a bit too old for me. Like, I don't think I like 70s, 80s movies like that. I think it's just not for me. So we didn't watch the last one. Or the last two. I think there's multiple. And then we want to watch the new Beverly Hills Cop. And so we had this idea, oh, let's watch the original Eddie Murphy ones, like back in the day, like the 80s again, before we watched the newest one. So we watched the first Beverly Hills Cop, gave it a 4-star. I think I've seen it before back in the day. I'm pretty sure it's been on TV. My brothers watched it and I've been around. But this is like the first time I've actually fully like sat down and actually watched the movie, and I enjoyed it. But we haven't watched the other ones yet. Or the new one. So hopefully I watch the new one sometime this month. That's everything I've watched, which is kind of an odd mix, to be fair. Okay, and then in terms of music, there's kind of like some ones here that you would be familiar with, but I actually did stumble across Sydney Bird, and I listened to pretty much her whole album and a little bit more, and that she has a few songs that I quite enjoyed this month, and she was my most listened to artist of the month. So obviously I need to shout her out. I also listened to the new Eminem album. I know he released it maybe last month, but I finally got to it now. I'm not a fan. I mean, I'm a fan of Eminem. I mean, I grew up with him, so he was part of my pop culture, as it were, in the early 2000s. So I pretty much have listened to all of his music, and back in the day, I would buy his albums and stuff. Not that I'm a heavy sort of, I don't know, I kind of listen to all music, as you can tell. But anyway, listen to his new album. Wasn't a fan, but I obviously listened to him quite a bit because he's got tons of songs on there. So he was my second most listened to artist of the month. Then we have the good old Noah Kahan. He's always there. Yes, I still listen to him. He's been my favorite for the last 3 or 4 months. Somebody mentioned that the Abbott brothers are very similar to him, so I listened to them. They were my 4th most listened artist. You know, I don't really see the similarities, to be fair, but I listened to them and I didn't find the music offensive. It was fine. And then Goo Goo Dolls, they were my 5th most listened to, and I don't remember listening to them, so I don't know where that came from. But back in the day, I listened to Goo Goo Dolls quite a bit, but really just like 2 songs, I think. I don't think I've really listened to their whole, their whole album. Or like collection of albums. But anyway, that is it. That's what's happened in July. I know this video has been a little bit like chaotic, and I don't have all of the stats or everything to talk through, but you know, I'm just doing what I can to film for today. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you'd like to, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.
All right, action. Wait, I should have a clipboard.
Stop judging me.
I'm judging you.
Don't heavily sigh in my background.
Sorry. I think we should just go. I think we should go. A big train of thought's gone. You don't have to edit this, are you, man?
You're gonna make me laugh.
I can't help it. Stop.
Stop it.
A big You should edit some of this. You should edit. And my mother's just making me laugh.
That was annoying. Did you just burp in my video?
I think I did, but